Welcome back to another fun video with the smart fellas.
I think it's
Today,
funny the way you always start these videos, man. You always lower your voice like eight whole octaves. You start sounding like one of those. This summer, get ready for a brand new episode. Yeah,
I'm
but
just trying to improve my commentary, for the future.
yeah, yeah, he's gonna be hired as one of those voice actors. You're gonna see it. You saw it here first. This is his practice.
Gotta
What are we
practice.
doing today, Curtis? What are we
All
doing?
right. So today we're bringing back tier list for season two. First tier list of season two. We are doing chip by crunch. Everyone loves chips. Everyone loves chips for one reason, and I hope the only reason that you can love them starts with the crunch. It's the
Yeah,
most fire experience in the world when you open a bag of chips.
yeah. That's like half the reason you eat chips in the first place is because you want
What's
that
the
good
other
crunch.
half?
The taste of the chip, probably. I don't know.
I guess.
I mean, let's be real. You're not gonna eat lime Doritos, bro. That's just not. Well, actually, those
Lime Doritos.
does not sound bad. But would you eat like lemon flavored chips, like Lay's lemon? Nobody's eating that. Let's be real. Anyway, so
Eh,
moving on from the terrible flavors. Now I decided to be a little funny with the categories here. So here's the categories that I've got. So in D tier, the lowest tier is the forbidden mulch. Now obviously that's not going to be very crunchy. To be real. C tier, pretty mid, is going to be salted regret. Now you're going to be regret because there's not going to be as good of a crunch. B tier, I got crunchable but forgettable. Now these are the chips that they got a little bit of crunch in them, but they're
right.
not all that. Now A tier, I got gas station gourmet. Now this is the premium level chips you buy at
Mm.
the gas station with premium level crunch. And number one, the S tier is get you some crunchy boy. I had to put that as S tier. Let's be real. It's had to be the S tier list. Now first up on the list is how are we feeling about Cape Cod chips?
Now listen,
Cape Cod chips.
I am a Cape Cod day one fan, bro. Cape Cod was the chips I went to when I was in college. I went to our 24/7. Well, no, I can't even call it 24 hours because they closed at 12. But I went to there, got those Cape Cod chips. Busting those down, bro. That crunch and that saltiness, excellent. That's all I got to say.
Sir. Yes, sir. Now, clarify. We are like ignoring like 90% of the flavors here. Now, obviously, like sometimes the flavor does affect the chip, but that then we would be here for hours ranking these. Um, so we've decided to kind of like split it on like the chip being different, not the flavor. So just one Cape Cod entry. So where are we thinking? Now, me personally, I also like Cape Cod. I think for what it doesn't have in flavor or taste, it does make up for in crunch. So it definitely is one of the crunchier chips that you're gonna eat here.
Mm.
I would personally put it either high crunchable but forgettable or lower gas station gourmet. That's where I would put it. What are you thinking?
I think I'm gonna go with lower gas station gourmet. I'm telling you, those chips, something about those chips, man.
Yeah, these chips they are iconic. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they are pretty good. Next up, we got the Cheetos Crunchy. Now, for those of you who don't know, there's like kind of they have kind of like the two different types. It's like the skinnier ones, the Cheetos Crunchy, which is a normal, and then they have the Cheetos Puffs, which are like the really thick ones. Now, I'm not much of a Cheetos lover, um, but I have had my fair share of Cheetos back when I was like 4 years old, 8 years
Mm.
old, 7 years old. And I do gotta say, the crunchy in the name, low key, not all that. I'm sorry. I personally don't think Cheetos are all that crunchy. I think they could have done way better considering they got crunchy in the name. Like half of these end up being soggy. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to eat a soggy Cheeto. But for me personally, I'm putting this in forgettable. In crunchable but forgettable. This is a B tier for me. Still
I ain't
got a
go.
little bit of crunch in it, but
I ain't, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I do the same thing, man. Especially, when you buy yourself a party mix bag of chips and it's all those sort of chips. Cheetos is usually like the second to last chips last in that box. No one really messed with the crunchy Cheetos. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like them either
it's
like
always
that.
the last to go.
Telling
Always the
you.
last to go. No, last to go is I forgot to add those, but Fritos. Damn, missed opportunity for
Ah,
Fritos. Those are
I
very crunchy, but it's
I don't
okay.
need.
We'll get them in the. We'll make another episode of all the chips we've missed. Don't worry if people get mad. But yeah, it's usually the Cheetos and the Fritos that get left behind, while the Lay's all get eaten, and the kettle cooked and the Tostitos and all of those. Next
Now,
up, we got the other variant of Cheetos.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Just put that all the way down, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Cheetos Puffs, Loki garbage crunch,
That's the
awful.
moment, like it's the moment when you crunch it, it melts so fast, bro. Like it's gone.
Exactly. It's not
It's
like
gone.
what is it doing? It's not even a crunch. Like it's literally a mulch. That's what it is. So it's literally perfect for this position. Next up, we got Doritos. Now this is a big one. This is a big
Mm,
one. A lot of people really like Doritos, and they think that a big part of that is because it's crunchy. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm just putting it slightly above Cheetos here. I don't think there's that much crunch compared to like Cape Cod that we have in gas station gourmet. I think Doritos is a little bit under that. It's obviously better than Cheetos Crunch, but maybe we'll
mm.
move these later at the end. Who knows? Move them around once we got the grasp of what people are saying. What about you, Curtis? Where'd you put Doritos?
The Doritos is fire. Don't get me wrong, but it's one chip of it. It doesn't give a lot of crunch. That's why you probably have to stack maybe 2 or 3 chips a bite
That's what I'm
to
thinking.
give
Exactly.
to give it that extra crunch in there. But yeah,
Yeah, you got to stack them. Got to get like 3 or 4 Doritos at once and just bite down because otherwise you're not going to get that much crunch in it. So I'm personally putting it in crunchable but forgettable. How do you feel
mm,
about that?
yeah.
Where'd you
Moving
want
on
me to
right
put
there.
the salted regret? There we go. Next up, Kettle brand potato chips. Now, hear me out. This chip, very good, very crunchy. Now, do I think it's crunchier than Cape Cod? Probably not. But is it crunchier than Doritos?
Definitely,
Absolutely it is. And
definitely.
now this is their chip. Like obviously all of the kettle chips, I think all of the like kettle cooked chips are going to be very high up here because those usually have the better crunch.
Automatic.
Um, So yeah, I think it's an automatic gas station gourmet. Next up, we got Lay's kettle cooked.
Don't even speak. Just put
Let
it
me
up
hear
there,
your
bro.
take.
Put it all the way up there, bro. Just put it
I
up.
was gonna put it on get you some crunchy play anyways.
You just spit it up.
You already knew this was gonna happen. Let's be real. It's like top three like most crunchy chips of all time. Like it's actually banging with the amount of crunch that goes into these. Next up, we got regular Lay's. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is salted regret for me. I think that there's so little crunch in these chips that it just doesn't. It's like not worth it to even eat it. You know what I mean?
Or
And like, if you ever like, have you ever like dipped any of these like chips in like ketchup or something like that?
hell
Yeah.
no. You
What
know
do you
someone
mean?
who
Hell
does that?
no. I've done that. You
Oh,
get some like a side of like you get like one of those small bags, right? You get like some meat or whatever, and you have vegetables on the plate, and then you have like your chips on the side. So you want to dip them some ketchup,
the
bruh.
comments is about to go
It's
crazy, my God.
immediately soggy. What are you talking about? It's literally a side dish. I'm not eating those alone.
Now, maybe if you said like, if it was like you know what a walking taco is?
Yeah.
Where they open the bag, the meat, all that. Maybe
Yeah.
if it's like that you're describing, then it's I can agree. But if you're just telling me you're just throwing on
Hey,
chips with some ketchup on the
hey.
side, bro, I don't know.
No. No. Not just that as a meal. That's crazy. I mean
Okay,
it like if it's part of another meal. Sometimes I'll get like ketchup or mustard for that meal. Like if I'm getting like a piece of meat, right? And I didn't make rice or anything like that, and I want some like side. I'll usually get chips, and sometimes I'll get like mustard or ketchup on the side so that I can eat it with the entire meal, which includes the chips and also usually it's mustard and also the meat because I like to dip my meat sometimes. Pause. But yeah, so so I personally put this in salted regret because I think it gets way too soggy, way too fast, and there's not enough crunch in these. No way. If you have to stack the damn Doritos like 4 times. You have to stack these like 20 times before you get an actual crunch.
I can
I
see
think this
that.
is salt of regret for me.
Nah, you're right. You could put it right there.
Next up, we got Lay's Poppables. Now, have you ever had these, Curtis?
To be fair, I've seen it a lot. I just never took a bite, so I cannot
I'm not
even
gonna
tell
lie.
you.
These are fire. These are low
Really?
key fire. Yes. You should absolutely try these because they are good and you will get a good crunch. So basically, this is like a 3D like circle potato chip. So not you don't get one crunch from the top part of the you get like it's
You
basically
get the
already like
whole crunch.
yeah, it's like already stacked for you, so you get an entire crunch. These are very crunchy. I personally would put them behind the kettle cooked stuff, but I still think it's gas station gourmet in my opinion because they are crunchy. They are very crunchy and they are good. And I think
Mm,
they are crunchier than Doritos.
all right. Okay.
So I'm gonna put these at the end of gas station gourmet here. Obviously, we may change it later, but who knows? Next up, we got Lay's Stacks. Now, this is basically Lay's version of Pringles. I just have this on here because I was going through all the different types of Lays that have like different types of chip or thicknesses and stuff like that, and this was one of them. So, Curtis, where you reckon?
Now listen, I know we're not talking about flavor, but god damn, these stacks are so bland, bro. But minus all of that. Uh, these stacks are kind of supposed to be imitation Pringles in a way, obviously. But I would eh, probably high salted regret or a low crunchable but forgettable kind of
That's
one.
exactly what I was thinking. I was gonna put it in crunchable but forgettable, but at the end,
Yeah.
I think that it definitely lacks a little bit of crunch to it. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I'm definitely gonna put it like over here. Next up, we got Lay's Wavy.
Ooh. Ah man.
Now, I think this one. Let's ignore the flavor side of things because I do think this is Lay's like weakest chip of all of them. To be fair, except maybe the lightly salted ones, but that's because they're so like skinny. Like, who's even buying that? Like, what's the point of eating a potato chip at that point? But yeah, we got the wavy. Now, I don't really think I think if anyone wants like wavy chips, they're gonna buy Ruffles. Like, there's no reason to buy Lay's, and I think this is worse than Ruffles. But I
To
do
be
think this
fair,
is better than Lay's stacks for crunch.
yeah, I mean, like, yeah, because most people buy the Lay's wavy if you're like dipping it. No one really cares about the general flavor. Just those are really just dipping chips. But me personally, I don't think the crunch is that strong. So it's either salted regret or the forbidden moch. It's not
Damn,
that
you put it
crunchy
that
as
low?
as
All
as you would.
right.
I'm not gonna lie, it's
Well, I
really
think
not
it's a
that
little
crunchy.
crunchier than stacks, though. That's what I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll put it in the middle. There we go. We'll
Nah,
put it in the middle. We'll put it in the middle. Uh, Next up,
I
I'm not even gonna put this
hate
one.
those
Let's be
goddamn
real.
chips, bro. Just put it
Let's
down there, bro.
be let's be real. That's a forbidden most. There's no crunch whatsoever on those chips. Zero crunch. You're literally eating like soggy potatoes, like skinned potatoes. There's no crunch on those chips. Absolutely not. I don't care about the fact that there's less salt in it. Why did you have to make it like incredibly thin to the point where there's nothing on there?
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, those chips have less salt and apparently 65% less fat, so that's why they're so thin. These are supposed to be
Yeah,
healthy
and that's
chips.
why I'm not fucking eating those. All right, next up, we got Miss Vicky's. Now, have you ever had any of these chips? Miss Vicky's.
To be honest, I've never heard about it until today. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh my god. Okay, so usually like you'll see these at like those restaurants where they serve like sandwiches or something, and then they'll have like these small like bags of chips.
Hmm.
Uh I've like there's like a big chain in Rochester, DeBella's uses Miss Vicky's
Really?
chips.
Bro, I've been
Yeah.
in the Bellas a couple of times. I've never seen those chips, bro.
Those are the chips they have on sale. Like they have like jalapeno, they have like the honey barbecue or something. They
Hmm.
have like a cheese one as well. So maybe it's just a different variant, but yeah, these chips obviously they're kettle cooked, so they're gonna be crunchy. Now, me personally, I think they're just below Cape Cod's crunch. I think they are about like on par with the kettle, but I think they're a little bit better than Poppables. So I would put them like here ish, like there.
Hmm. All right. You know what? I'll take your word for it, bro. I'll take it.
Bro, those chips are also good. You should definitely try those. Um, but yeah, those two that are next to each other, Miss Vicky's and Poppables, you definitely got to try those. Those are good. Good chips. Good chips. Now next up, now this is one of my favorite chips,
Mm.
simply because they're literally all about the crunch. Now, these are the popcorners, so they're basically chips that are made of like similar like I don't even know what it is, but it's something to do with like popcorn.
Yeah.
I think they like I don't know how they make them or whatever, but they have
So
some
basically,
banging fucking flavors,
let
and
me
their
see.
crunch is elite, bro. Each chip is like this thick, bro. Like think of a chip this thick. This is like extremely crunchy chip.
Now,
Like if you look at
now,
this online,
hold
uh
on. Hey, I don't know. Listen, I've had popcorners. Popcorners are actually one of my favorite chips too. But because popcorners try to imitate a little bit of that, I guess that little popcorn aspect. You might hate me when I tell you this, but I don't think popcorns is that crunchy.
what?
Like
Bro,
it's
the chips are
crunchy.
this
I
thick.
don't
How are they not
listen.
crunchy?
I don't think it's that crunchy though. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
I
know.
think it's but
All
it's
right, then what
okay.
would you put to that? What would you put to that?
I would personally put it either top of Station Gourmet or Crunchy Boy. That's where I'd put it because I think these are
Damn,
really crunchy. I
that
think these are
high?
very, very crunchy. Yeah. Which popcorners did you have, by the way? You have the stinky nacho cheese.
Uh, sea salt, or white
That's the
cheddar.
worst one. Those are like the two worst ones. Those are like the literally the two worst flavors.
No, don't judge me, bro.
Sea salt, bro. This guy. You should absolutely have the one that the picture I have here, the sweet chili. Those are amazing. And if you want like a dessert one, get the cinnamon ones. Those are actually banging.
Now, question: do you think these popcorners, or popcorners in general, would be crunchier than Cape Cod, or just the kettle chips in the second one? How crunchy do you think they are
I don't
if
know.
they belong
You don't think
there?
they're as crunchy, so I'd be okay to put it at the end of gourmet if you don't think they're as crunchy. I would probably put them in front of the poppables.
You know what? Yeah, put it in front of Poppables. I can do that. I'm fine with that.
All right, next up we got Pringles Mingles. Have you ever
I've
had
never
these?
seen those. Nope. Nope.
We're not going to talk about Pringles Mingles. Next up we got the original Pringles. Now, I think they are a little bit better than Lace Stacks, but I don't think it's because of the crunch. I think they're about the same in terms of crunchiness.
You know what?
I think.
So to be fair, I would probably personally put Pringles in front of the stacks.
Oh yeah, but I don't think they're that different. I think they're about the same in terms of crunchiness. Now, next up we got Simply Doritos. Now, this is like their healthy Doritos, and you know it. The chip is garbage, but the crunch is there. The crunch is absolutely there. Now the chip is terrible. Nobody buys these chips. Let's be real, unless like you're like really into like the healthy lifestyle and you're buying like Lay's lightly salted and Simply Doritos. You know, if you hate yourself, you might as well. But they definitely have a little bit of crunch to them. I would personally
Mm.
put them in front of regular Doritos because I think they're a little crunchier than regular Doritos. Simply because you know the healthy stuff is always crunchier for some reason. It's either crunchier or way too skinny to be crunchy, like the Lays. So I would personally put it in front of Doritos and Crunchable but forgettable.
Nah, I mean, I never had them, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I've always seen those chips in the supermarket. Hate them no mind, because most of the Simply chips aren't bad. Now, the only Simply chip that's okay could have been the Cheetos. The white cheddar Cheetos, fire. But regardless, nah, I don't know.
But it wasn't because of the crunch. Was
I
it because of the
know.
crunch?
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. The crunch.
How was the crunch? Yeah,
Well,
but it was
since
better
it's
than the original Cheetos.
since it's still Cheetos, I mean, honestly, I would if you had it on this list, I would probably put it salted regret because the crunch is actually better than the Cheetos puffs because they're both puffs. I'm talking about the puffs.
Oh, you're talking about the puffs.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
puffs.
yeah.
I'm not even
My
talking
bad. I
about
thought
the
you were talking
crunchy.
about the. Yeah, my bad.
Crunchy's
I thought you were
terrible, but
talking about
yeah.
the crunch. No comment. Anyways, simply, I would personally put it above Doritos because I think it's crunchier. I don't think they're better, but I think they're crunchier.
Mm,
What are your thoughts? Your thoughts? Simply Doritos.
I'll do the same thing, same thing.
Put it there. We'll put it there. Next up, we got Sun Chips. Now,
Oof.
I love Sun Chips. However, there's an issue with the crunch. There is almost no crunch with the Sun Chips. No, I love these chips. They're fire. I think they're. I do love their original. The original flavor, I think, is fire. I think I don't like the cheese one, but I think the garden salsa one's pretty good as well. Which is unfortunate because I do like Sun Chips and I'd like to rate them higher, but I can't, bro. Their crunch is awful. I would personally put it salted regret in front of original Lay's, but they have no like. There's no crunch.
Mm. I mean, Sun Chips is kind of just like the same as we talked about Lay's. Like you need more chips to make that crunch count. But
Exactly.
yeesh.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's going straight in salted regret. Now we got Takis.
Yo,
Now
listen, nah,
I have both
listen,
the blue and the regular.
listen.
This
Biting
is all
into
you.
a Taki is like trying to bite into a log, bro. Extra crunchy. And it's so crazy because it's the way it's purposely wrapped up too. There's two there's two bites. Technically, it's not even one full bite. There's two bites. You have to get past the first and second layer of that bite. There's no beating that crunch. I'm sorry. Takis is fire. It's my opinion. That's my opinion of the
Do you
crunch.
reckon?
Hmm?
Yeah, the crunch. What about the flavor? No, I'm kidding. So
Man,
this is specifically the blue Takis that are different technically. I don't know what is different about them. You think it's
I
better than
mean,
the first the original?
to be honest, it's just the color. They're both pretty good. I don't even know the difference. I just feel like they just dyed that shit blue and just made it look good, but it's
Do you
the
reckon
same
you
thing,
reckon
bro.
they're both the same? You reckon you're putting them above kettle cooked or below?
Above, I'm telling you. The fact
It's impressive. Boy.
they're wrapped in two layers of crunch is insane.
Next up, we got the Terra chips. Have
Never
you
had those
ever
in my
had
life.
these? Okay. These are like they're supposed to be like healthy chips. I got them and then I was addicted to them for like a solid month. I'm not even kidding. I
A
was like
month?
straight up addicted to these shits, bro.
Damn, they must be good.
Um, they were I don't know, like something about it, just like they were just yummy. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Um, I don't. I think they have a solid crunch to it, which I think puts it at least in gas station gourmet. But I don't think I'm putting it above any of the kettle cooked stuff or the
can't.
popcorners. And I personally wouldn't put it over poppables either. But I do think it's decently crunchy where it deserves to be in that A spot without, being forgettable like all the ones in the C spot. So that's where I'm gonna put it. Put him in back of A. All right, Tostitos, and this is
Mm,
specifically Tostitos scoop. Now, I'm gonna speak as someone who hates these chips. These are the chips I've eaten with the worst crunch I've ever like the crunchiest chip. It's like so crunchy it's uncomfortable. The Tostitos. Bruh, these scoops, I don't know how to eat these, but these are always like uncomfortably crunchy. They're always way too hard. Because obviously, like, I don't know, maybe they make them harder so that they don't break up in the box and then you're left with like the whole point of them is that they're 3D so so you can scoop things out. But they are so fucking rigid. Like they'll break teeth. Literally break teeth. My brother, my brother was in
no.
his era of like, his teeth falling out. Bro literally took up one bite of one of these and his tooth immediately came out. I am gonna have to put this on Get You Some Crunch Boy, and I'd probably put this at number one in my opinion because
Number
this,
one over
it's
Takis?
bro,
Nah.
it's because it's not good, but it's so fucking crunchy and hard that it's so uncomfortable not to put it in like the top three. It's
Mm.
actually insane how crunchy this stupid chip is. It's not good. I would never recommend anyone buy this, by the way. I personally do not like these, but they are so fucking hard that if you take one bite into these, bruh, half your teeth are falling out. That's how crunchy this is.
Now listen. I've had those scoops because they give those scoops out to the kids at one of my sites. And to be honest, those chips are best eaten if you obviously have salsa. If you eat those by itself, that's cool too, but it's like
No,
you gotta
obviously,
add something.
yeah, but
But
if you have
listen,
salsa, they get like a little bit like moist. Like that's different though. I'm talking about no salsa, no nothing, raw dog in the chip.
now listen.
It's rock solid. It's like biting into
Yeah.
a rock.
I can agree with you, but I don't think they can pass Takis, bro. I can't see
Okay.
them passing Takis.
All right,
I don't know.
we'll put it in Get You Some Crunch, but we won't put it above the Takis. We'll put it above the kettle cooked. Even though the
All
kettle
right,
cooked is the best chip on here, probably
all
one
right.
of the best chips on here. Next up, we got regular Tostitos. Do we even rate this, or do we just put it straight at the bottom?
You know what to do. You know what to do.
One on one Tostitos chip on either end of the spectrum is crazy. They're either terrible crunch or way too crunchy. All right, I should have. You know what? Is there? Can I make another? I might make another. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Let me add a. Let me add a row. Oh my god, the stupid ad blocker. All right, give me a second. Move this. All right, there we go. Wait, it didn't save. All right. Well, we're gonna ignore it then. We're gonna ignore it. Too bad, I guess. Next up, we got the veggie snacks, the straws. Now, I could have added more of the veggie stuff, but I haven't eaten it at all, so it would be kind of unfair to rank it because I have no idea where it would be. So, all
Um,
you.
I've had the veggie straws before. They
I
have a
think they're
decent.
decently crunchy.
Yeah, they have a
I just
decent
haven't eaten the
crunch.
other ones.
Oh, I mean,
I've only eaten
those.
this. I've only eaten one of two of the straws.
To be fair, the other ones they're okay, but they're not that crunchy. I'll be honest with you, they're not that crunchy, bro.
And these above Cheetos, but I think they're a little bit forgettable. No, that's what
Eh,
I'm thinking.
a little bit. I barely eat veggie straws.
Next up, we got
Funyuns.
Funyuns.
Now listen.
Okay, bro. This is just premium glaze over here.
No, it's not going to be glazed. I'm gonna be honest
I, wa- I wonder
because
which is his favorite. Which one his
listen,
favorites are. I,
listen, bro, listen, bro. We was talking about flavor. This would have been an S tier chip, but because we're not talking about flavor and we're talking about crunch,
Vulture.
gonna have to put too much. But you know what? At least put it in front of Cheetos. At least put it in front of Cheetos. I won't lie.
Yeah, the Cheetos puffs are rough. Actually, yeah, we can do that. Next up, your favorite. You asked me to add these.
Yeah, I know. Listen, Munchos.
It's
Listen,
all
guys.
you.
If you never had Munchos, you lose your mind. But nah, I'm listening. You gotta get Munchos. But that Munchos crunch, man. Oh my god. But I'm not gonna listen. Listen. All right, fine. All right.
Is it crunchy or not, Curtis?
Yes, but I would put it. Okay, I would put it unquenchable but forgettable. But I'll put it in front of
Pringles?
veggie straws.
Oh, really? You'd put it behind
Actually, I
curly?
lied. Sorry. Behind veggie stores, behind. So in front of Cheetos, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Now, last one.
Oof.
I reckon this is a big crunch boy chip. This is like top tier crunch in my opinion. Like it might not be that good, but you're getting it for the crunchiness. These are the Ruffles. I reckon these are a lower crunchy boy or top of gourmet. Um, I would be fine putting it somewhere in within there, if that makes sense.
You think they're crunchier than Cape Cod?
This is where moving it around might be useful. I might move Cape Cod over to Crunchy Boy and then put Ruffles top of gourmet.
Mm,
I think Cape Cod is very crunchy. I think we just had to put it there because that's where we started.
yeah.
But I think I would do this and put that there if I can. There we go.
All
I
right.
would do
All right.
that.
Oh, all
Now,
right.
are we okay with everything else on the list? I think they're fine the way they are. I might switch these two.
No. Do me a favor. Can you put Cheetos all the way in the back? Thank you. All right. Let me
These
see.
mingles are so bad. I don't even know if I can put Cheetos all the way in the back. We're not gonna talk about the mingles.
Okay.
Um, I think everything else is okay. The list is fine in my opinion. I might move stacks down. Nah, but I don't think they're that bad crunchy wise. I think that's just
Mm,
the lack of flavor talking. But crunchy wise, I don't think they're that bad. I think this is our final list.
You know
This
what?
is it.
This is a decent crunch list. I'm messing with it.
I think this is all we got. All we need. Look at that. Perfect. Look at that.
Well, for those of you
All right.
looking, I hope this list meets your satisfaction. If it don't, that's your problem. But
Also, you could also there will be a link to this very tier list where you
mm,
can put your
there'll
own
be a
stuff
link.
in there.
Any comments, throw them on there. If you have any tier list suggestions, definitely throw them in the comments or throw them in our Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, do that. But yeah, it's what a good tier list.
Sir. This is a fun topic to do. Usually we're last time we did a very interesting one. Uh, we did actors we could take in a fight.
Nah,
So definitely go watch
that was
the one we made 2 years ago because that one's funny. Definitely one of the topics to pick, but it was unique. It was unique. This time we got chips based on crunch. If you want to see us actually rank these with chips live,
Oh nah, that'll be fire. Not gonna lie, that'll be
it
a
would be
fire
fire.
video.
We'd redo this if we get I don't know like 1,000 likes.
Word.
So we're not redoing it.
No.
But if we get enough likes, yeah, we could absolutely redo this at one point. Get together, maybe get together by one of each of these chips. Bring it together. Have people try it. Obviously, I wouldn't try any of the cheese ones because I'd throw up immediately. Uh, and I wouldn't try any of the mingles again.
Yo, I've never had the Mingles, but because you're saying it's that bad, bro, I'm scared to try them too.
It might just I might just be biased because I don't like them at all. But hey, if there's no mingles haters, then I'm dead. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully you like these couple of videos. We're having fun making them. We'll
All
see
right.
you later.
See ya.
Bye.